Right, you beautiful bastards. It is once again time to return to my childhood, to the retro days of old. We're going to the Master System again. Alex the Kid in Miracle World. 1987, thankfully still before I was born. Ridiculously hard game. I don't know how anyone ever did the damn thing in one playthrough without save. It's not possible. I'm calling it now. It's not possible. If you said you did it, you're a liar. I remember getting to a cave level. That's about all I can remember from it. But I reckon it was about halfway through. And I was quite proud of getting that far at the age of 5. But it's impossible to get past. Till now. I'm going to try and get further than I did when I was a kid. Enjoy. Right, I was about to blow everybody's minds with a bit of backstory for this game. And I have just seen he's not called Alex the Kid. I can't be the only one, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one. It's not Alex the Kid. I don't even know if he is a kid. This could be a fully grown man in red overalls. I'm not looking at the other red overall man. He's called Alex Kid. There's no there. What is happening right now? My childhood is a lie. Anyway, that little box right there, we skipped that for a reason. That I never forget. I never forget that from my childhood, that first or second, I can't even remember now, question mark box had the ghost thing in it that kills you. That has never left me. But it turns out there is a big backstory to Alex Kid. But I'm pretty sure when I played this game, I hadn't even learned to read. I can't even speak. I hadn't learned to read yet. Because I was probably the same age as I was when I played the Ninja. For me, this was a game that was pre-installed onto the Master System. It wasn't its own physical cartridge. But anyway, turns out, many centuries ago, on the planet Ares, there lived a boy named Alex Kidd. For 7 years, he lived on Mount Eternal, studying shellcore, an ancient art that makes one strong enough to break rocks into pieces. You see, it's starting to make sense now, isn't it? Isn't it? I just thought it was, a quirk of the 80s. You just smash boulder-looking things. No, this is shellcore. Okay? An ancient art. Go figure. One day, as he was leaving the mountain for his spiritual homeland, he encountered a dying man who told him that the peaceful city of... Oh, God. I mean, how do you pronounce that? Radaxian? Redaction. It sounds like I'm taking something away. Redaction was in grave danger. Before taking his last breath, the man gave Alex a piece of a map and a medallion made of sunstone. What does it all mean? The only way to find out is to journey through the miracle world looking for answers, and then it goes on to give you the 11 locations, one of which we are travelling through right now, which is Mount Eternal, apparently. Go figure. But there's more. There's so much more. It tells you all the people that he knows. I couldn't even bore you with all the details. But then it gets on to the bad guy. You'll soon find out that Jankan the Great, Emperor of planet Janbarik, is your enemy. I mean, what planet is this now? Where's that come from? There are other Alex the Kid games, aren't there? Alex the Kid, again. It's not Alex the Kid. It's Alex Kidd. I loved this motorbike level when I was a kid, by the way. It absolutely blew my mind and broke my heart when that happened. Oh. Now you'll see in a minute, I'm not having this. Thank God for save scumming. Because imagine being 5 or 6, whatever it is. You can't read. And you crash your little motorbike. There's no save scumming. They'd never heard of a save file before. You'd have to start the whole thing again. Anyway, I digress. Janken the Great got his name from his expertise at the game of Janken. Brilliant. Better known in the Western world as the scissors, paper, stone game. Right. Okay. Who calls it scissors, paper, stone? Please. It's rock, paper, scissors. Everyone knows it as rock, paper, scissors, right? I can't be the only one. I mean, we're about to see it now. Again, not being able to read was probably to my detriment because I didn't know what was going on here. Suddenly there's a fist that appears in a cloud above me. I didn't know what was going on. But I do remember, I'm going a bit off topic here, off topic, I got quite far in it as a kid. For a 5-year-old, you should all be quite impressed. I got to the cave level, which you'll see on the map shortly. Here he goes, look at that, he turned into a sushi roll. Isn't that brilliant? There, you see it there? The mountain cave thing at the top? Unbelievable. As a kid, with no save files. But I never got past it. So, you know, as is tradition, we're going to try and beat that now. Now that we're old enough to save scum. Anyway, back to the backstory. Like all evil leaders, Janken the Great has an army of devoted followers, including... Oh, these names. Why do they do it to me? Parplin the Pursuer, crikey, Chokina the Sly, and Guzeka the Slippery. Who? Again, the 80s, it was a funny time, all right. But that is, it's a bit noncy, isn't it? Right? I'm just saying. Janken, again, that's a funny name, also has many helpers from the animal world, such as a monstrous bird, a seahorse, a bat, a monkey, a frog, and a host of others. Well, there you go. He's not talking about the octopus that we're fighting here, but fair enough. Oh, Parplin, Chokina, and Guzeka, they're the rock, paper, scissors monsters. How about that? So it says here, in order for you to keep Janken the Great from taking over redaction, you must journey through the miracle world, defeating Janken and his followers as you go. Now, let me tell you something about this beautiful and horrible game, because I don't know how the jumping mechanic works, where the gravity is coming from, but the long jump and the short jump, it just works differently. It's like when you do a long jump, it sort of pauses and then suddenly accelerates right at the end. And it just, look at this, look. And it just screws up your jump. And you'd think, you know, being older than a 5-year-old, come the end of the game, I would have figured it out by then. Oh no. You will see. It's absolutely tragic. But this was the first level where I was really regretting life choices, shall we say. Because this jumping lark was testing my patience. I mean, does he make it? Do I make it? No, I do not. Look at them all. And they're not boulders. What was his art? Forgotten it already. Shell core. Oh, apparently it can smash marble. Are we saying that's marble? But he can't smash the red marble. It must be stronger. But here we go. Let's have a look at this this jump attempt. I think that was me getting slightly frustrated. Have I given up? Am I going for the shortcut? Yeah. You gotta love a try, haven't you? That went on for a while until I finally fluked it and managed to get to the end here. where there's some old guy. I don't know what that house is, and he gives me a helicopter. I mean, what is this world? A rice cake and a helicopter. Madness. Just like the motorbike level, I really enjoyed this one as a child as well. But again, the controls. Goodness me, a struggle. But you'll see shortly, one mistake, and you're not dead. Unless you do that. The timing on that. Imagine that's how you die, and you have to start the whole game again. It's incredible. But no, we save scum. Thank you, modern technology. And we don't lose our helicopter. And we carry on. And we get our rice cake. And then we buy everything from this shop. And we go again with the helicopter. Because, I mean, I'm not fighting these fish with moustaches down here. What's that all about? But yeah, helicopter. We move on. It's something very, I don't know, peaceful about the music. Very, fairy tale, you know? That could just be the nostalgia kicking in, taking me back to my childhood. But it's quite peaceful, isn't it? Which is juxtaposed to the strange enemy design. Like, you've got fish with moustaches, but then you've got your normal little red scorpions, and they make sense. And then little calcifer fires. And us, the fake kid, shooting fucking torpedoes from our tricycle helicopter. Is he controlling that like a unicycle? I mean, incredible. And what is this now? Right, little flashback. I thought this was a cow with a dummy in its mouth. It's just come back to me. That's a cow with a dummy in the mouth. It's also quite terrifying. Look at that. Holy cow. You're telling me. Do you think that was a cow with a dummy in its mouth? Or was it supposed to be a bull with like a, I don't know, a nose piercing? And here's another old guy just sitting out the front of his house giving me rice cakes. Is everyone old? So we are a kid. Or is that just the name? This is it. Oh my god, it's all coming back to me. This is it. That looks like a question mark. This was the level. And honestly, it was so difficult because, again, this jumping slays me. Yeah, we've given up on that box by the looks of it. I mean, what's this guy? Did this come before Pokemon? Is that a Geodude? Is that where they got the idea from? There's a Wobbats down there. You're welcome. But by this stage, I would normally be, running on fumes. We're out of lives now. And I'm not even sure this is halfway in the game. I wouldn't have known that as a child. But this. What the hell is this? How on earth are you supposed to get down there without dying? Because if that doesn't work, what the hell else are you supposed to do? I mean, again, as a child, this is probably why I never got further. And now where? And that's exactly what I would have done. That's what my childhood self would have done. Because the blue shiny ball has attracted you, the little trinket. You want it. You can't ignore that. That's gagging for you to jump down and grab it. But now you're fucked. You know, what do you do now? I've no idea what that is, but we'll throw it. Let's see what happens. Brilliant. What on earth is that supposed to do? And that. Oh my god. Do you see what I mean? Developers of this time period, they're just miserable. They're miserable. You can't tell me they were enjoying life. And they just thought, I'm going to make everyone else around me miserable. The only way I know how. By tormenting them with these pretty colours and impossible level design. You know, how's a kid ever supposed to know how to get out of that? Look at this fucker as well, look. Is it a ghost? Or is it like a... like a mole. Doesn't it look like a mole? There he is again, look. And he's stabbing you. That's not a ghost, is it? I'm going to have to do a bit of research on that. Yeah, let's do a bit of research. No, turns out it's just a ghost that looks like a walrus holding a sword. Go figure. And while I was there, that shiny blue ball that we picked up, turns out it's a telepathy ball. I don't know why I struggle with that word, which makes sense because I was trying to figure out why for the rest of the game I could now see the icon above their head and why they didn't let me have that on the first fight. It's because of that bloody item. So now I can see, but it doesn't bloody help me much because they changed their mind right at the end. Have they got a telepathy ball? It's very frustrating. Look at him change it. What's that all about? He's done me. And imagine that was your reason for a game over. So, you know, you're better off not having a telepathy ball and just spamming the buttons up and down until you win it. I mean, then it's truly random. Also, the music, you gotta love it, yeah. Go on. And it just goes on and on. I've had to skip it because you'd all get bored. But, ladies and gentlemen, and to my younger 5-year-old self, uncharted territory. Here it is. Enjoy yourself. Buy everything. We get to ride the bike again. But I'm going to soon regret this. Because it is obscene how many times I die on this poxy level. You have to appreciate, right? I'm not the calmest of people at the best of times. I was ready to break my console. And imagine again, you do all that. Oh my god. And then this guy comes at you and you fall on his sword. I mean, what's he supposed to be? What is he? A blue bear? With green hair. Blue Bear Green Hair by Dr. Zeus. And then this guy at the top here, he's just mugged me right off. I was getting quite frustrated by this point. Imagine it. All them deaths. Too much. I always saw this level on that little montage intro. And I was always looking forward to being able to reach this level. I think that's why I always persevered, but I never got past that cave. Very upsetting. And I was on the bloody bike. Bike? Jesus Christ, what are they called? Speedboat. God. Speedboat? Jet ski. Oh my god. Jet ski. And I was on it for all of 2 seconds. So there you go. 5-year-old me, it was worth it. Another shop. We buy it all because, you know, legs are getting tired. We want to keep using these vehicles as much as we can. Again, look at him. That is... What is that? Why have these suddenly spawned in? That's... You see what I mean about the jumps? Oh, I'm getting annoyed watching it. Holy Jesus. It's too much. Too much. So we skip to the end. And here we go again. We got the old fingerhead. Sounds horrific. And again, it's the same old situation. You know, alright, I can read your mind. But you don't even know what you're doing because you change it right at the last second. Does he keep it? You see how I try and like double bluff it? And I'm like, well, I'll stay here then because he's going to change it. And he doesn't change it and I end up losing. Look, and then he changes it. This is not for the faint of hearts. It's a very stressful game. Do you know what? I think it's the sort of game that can only exist in the 80s and the 90s because the stresses of modern life. Imagine it, right? And you're like, oh God, it was a hard day at work. You know, if someone kicked off on the train home, I just want to get home and chill. So you put on Alex Kidd, and you go through this torture. Because in what world is that not a jumping platform? Every game you've ever played, they're jumping platforms. Anyway, this castle, I don't know, I read somewhere that this was someone's favourite level. Not for me. Yeah, not for me. Torture. Again, torture. Look at this. And why have we now introduced frogs into the mix? Brilliant. Brilliant. What a jump. You see what I mean? Who builds a castle like that? So this went on for a while. I still don't know what those two symbols are. No idea. But we save this woman, who I can only assume again is the princess. And I didn't read this. You see this? This comes up later. Slays me. But you'll understand. And now I'm at a loss. I'm like, okay. But that didn't end the level. Give her a swift one. There we go. And off we pop. And we just going back and forth. And then this room randomly appears. And it's this guy again. Who I always, to be fair, thought it was Pumpkinhead. But it makes a lot more sense. Given that the other one is paper and the other one is scissors. But the torture continues. We're learning though, aren't we? We're learning. But this is completely new. You know, how's that in the rules of rock, paper, scissors? Maybe paper, rock, stone, like they were saying. Paper, rock, stone. Whatever they called it. Is this part of the telepathy ball? Jesus. I mean, fancy introducing this into it now. But again, killing enemies gets you a nice bit of rice. So why not? I think I skipped forward a bit here because it seemed like a random level. It literally was just a shop, and then you face this guy again. And I don't know. I mean, this is like the second time fighting these guys. We fought old Pumpkin, whatever his face head is, twice. And now, is this the one, the scissor head? Lovely. Again, doing some sort of newfangled attacks. They must not die. that must just be like... They must teleport, right? They must teleport away, but in the process of teleportation, they create a rice cake. That's got to be it, right? I've nailed that. This castle, my God. Look, I know I should have been paying attention at the castle, but why didn't that person, because I've had to Google it, apparently it's not a princess, it's not a girl, it's Alex's brother. It's Alex's brother, Eggle. Why doesn't he have the fucking letter? Okay? Why doesn't he have the letter? Why has he stashed it in another room in this stupid castle with jumping frogs and spikes everywhere? But no, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it on him after I rescue him. Although I thought it was the princess. It's my bloody brother. And then why, when I get to the king, the man I'm trying to save, my friend, I'm trying to save your country. You know my brother. You should bloody well know me. But because I don't have that letter, we're strangers. And you send a ghost to murder me because I don't have a letter, because you don't know me. You know, I think we're going after the wrong guy here. I mean, the Janken guy, he just wants to play rock, paper, scissors with everyone. That's not evil to me. But this guy who murders people that he doesn't know, it's pretty fucked. Pretty fucked. So, I only found out about the letter doing the editing process. I had no idea. So I tried a few different ways to get this guy to talk to me or give me something, one of which was this item, which I was very happy unlocking that super rare achievement, but it did nothing. And so I continued, and I didn't find out until the very end of the game how significant that letter would be. Because again, you know, it's Master System, it's Cowboy Land. You know, they make things ridiculously impossible. I mean, this stupid boss here, we figured that out. Stand in a corner, and there he teleports away, and we eat his teleportation residue, I guess. And now here we are. We're in the castle. This is it. This is where I realise, eventually, the mistake that I've made. But this is a bloody big castle, and we're here for a very long time. Not for you, because I edit kindly, but there is one section that destroyed my soul. And you know why? It's because of the bloody jumping mechanic. Okay, we're going to jump onto the first box, up to the second ledge, onto the third box, take the crate, onto the fourth box, and we've done it. Then we go to the Winchester and wait for this all to blow over. Brilliant. You see what I mean? The jumping mechanic, I mean, it blows my mind. You know, I've seen videos of people out there that nail this jumping malarkey. Not me. You must be some, I don't know, Spider-Man reflex people that just know the exact millisecond to let go of the button. Because this has no right, no business taken as long as it bloody did. Look at it. And we're still not there. Does he get it now? Thank God. because that was painful. Not as painful as figuring out this little section. Don't do it. We've been here before. Go back, Alex. Well done. I'm proud of you. Imagine that as well. Thank God for saves coming. Just fall off the edge. Got to go all the way around again. Okay, go. Go. It's too late. I don't get the... Oh, no, there he goes. That's what I thought he was going to do a minute ago. I don't get the fish. That's it. Just gracefully let it happen. I'll figure it out eventually. You just got to run across. That's it. Go. Well done. I'm proud of you. Why the fish is there? Couldn't tell you. That looked more like a princess, didn't it? Not Eggle. Not his dear brother. Is this him? You've managed... I didn't read it. You see what I mean? I just didn't read it. Is that Janken? He's got a lovely moustache. How does he fight me? Oh. Brilliant. Again, the jumping slays me. But, you know, we cheese it. Get right up in the corner there. And he's got no hope. But is that Janken? I mean, you know. He's just spitting. Again, I don't know what it is with the fascination of the Master System games and spitting. But he just wants to play rock, paper, scissors with me. That's the princess. Your mother as well. When did his mum come into it? What's that got to do? Another little swift one and off we go. Goodness me. So this leads to the, I can only assume, the secret area. We've skipped ahead. It was just right at the bottom. He puts in the stones. I remember the sunstone because we literally just got it. I don't know about the other one. And this. Now, you need to understand, right? Especially if the game came pre-built on the Master System, so you didn't have the case or anything else. It's 1987. The internet is unheard of in everyday average population. I don't have a phone, I can just quickly Google something. How on earth are you going to figure any of this out? Instant death. Game over. Back to the start. All over again. I mean, I tried everything. I still didn't know that was a telepathy ball. Insane. And so, obviously, I've had to Google, and that in itself was a ridiculous endeavour. Because look at that list. Imagine if you'd never known about the letter and the scroll. You know what that is?
It's totally barbaric.
So, I'm trying to follow this list very slowly, thanks to modern technology. And even then I'm struggling, because I have the brain of a goldfish. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting on every correct little platform. I mean, I thought, well, what is all this? I still don't understand the significance of the fish. I can understand the others because you've got like a sun, a moon, a star, and a you know, ocean, I guess, kind of makes sense. A fish. Why is there a fish? I can't wrap my head around that. Please, someone tell me the significance of the fish. That happens to also be the last one that reveals this ridiculous crown that was just sitting up there hidden. Someone put spikes there just for the thrill of it. Because imagine if that was the last thing that done you, and then you had to start again. But here we go. The heroic action taken by Alex Kidd resulted in the downfall of Janken the Great and return of peace and tranquility to redaction. Eagle, his elder brother, became the king. Oh, this was some sort of power play. This was some sort of power play. Can you believe that? No wonder Eggle didn't have the letter on him. He wants you done. He wants you gone. He's thinking, right, I'll get the king to take him out because, let's be honest, he's a tyrant. And Janken is the nice one. I'll get my brother to kill Janken by rock, paper, scissors. And then I'll take over. I mean, it's Eggle all along, isn't it? Mind blown. Anyway, here we go. What a beautiful score to end on. What a lovely round number. To my younger self, we did it. You're welcome. And to everyone else, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. God bless you. It's been emotional.